the release of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's final DLC, the Indigo Disc, already being regarded as the hardest battles in all of the mainline Pokemon series, I thought, hey, why not make it a tad bit harder? You know, by only using the rarest kinds of the Pokemon, the shinies. You know, the ones that only appear once in every 86 hours. Whatever. Enough of that. That's easy. That just takes months or weeks or whatever to make. These are the hardest Pokemon battles ever. Allegedly. I can't quite say they are yet. I haven't exactly done them. Yeah, I don't want to get sued for some misinformation. So how about we do just that? I'm going to catch a whole brand new team of new shiny Pokemon, and who knows, maybe I'll have to call upon the shiniest and rarest warriors across the entire series. You know, if this team ain't good enough, I mean, let's face it, I may need a little help, since, well, I can't read. I'm going to be a little honest with you guys here. If you aren't familiar with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet storylines or whatever, hey, don't worry, it's this kid's game. You know, how deep can it really get? Oh my god! You can fit how many salami sandwiches into this game? Does the FBI know about this? Has anyone alerted the authorities? There's just no way this could be legal. This might go a little deeper than I thought. Hey, stop right there. No DLC yet for you guys. You really think I let you barge into one of my videos without capturing shiny? What do you think this is, part 1 of a Let's Play? F*** out of here with that 2011 bullshit. We the future. Whole game, whole playthrough, one video. First, I gotta ask you a totally relevant question that totally affects the outcome of this video. You know, totally. Well, don't worry, it's not that load of a question or anything. What's the best starter Pokemon ever? Huh? What is it? Gun to your head? Gotta think quick. Nothing coming to your head right away? No problem. I'll give you a quick refresher. Well, you see, you got your Bulbasaurs, your Charmanders, your Totodiles, your Mudkips, your Tricos, Scorbunnies, Rookies, Sobbles, Quaxleys. That's a Pokemon. Cyndaquils, Chikorritas. You say Chespin? No? Well, neither did I. Well, we got DLC to conquer, so that'll do. Chespin is a totally DLC exclusive. Alright, let's get this straight. Terrarium battles or whatever don't count. No. Never have. I even asked Mr. Pokemon himself. He doesn't even know what a Terrarium battles is. He doesn't even know anything, because he doesn't exist. After first breeding for a normal 9 shiny female Chespin, which in itself is a tad bit more rare than I initially expected, we can start the real hunt. Make you some of those Masuda babies. Grab your Canadian Chespin and your Japanese
Mascagna.
Don't they just make a beautiful couple? I mean, sure, the human-sized cat's a little bit more interested in the human child. And that's alright. It's still young love. They'll have a couple fights. They'll figure it out. Love always wins in the end, right? But honestly, I just left the game on after a peanut butter and bandana sandwich, and I did something, you know, not totally and utterly time-consuming and a waste of fucking time like this. And when I came back, I'm not kidding you here, 10 eggs. 1 hour gone for 10 eggs. Well, after a long time of walking up and down this here road, we hatch over 150 eggs in an amount of time that cannot even accurately be calculated in the slightest, since I wasn't, you know, there for most of the time those eggs were being made. What do you want me to do? Just sit here and watch, try to finish my tofu stack sandwich? What are you, crazy? Yeah, I mean, it fell over. I never got a chance. It's all on the ground. Ew, gross. It's got the dirt and stuff. We finally hatch ourselves a shiny Chespin, better known as Banjo, except instead of a backpack, it has a Bowser shell. Or maybe I did miss the mark a little bit here with this nickname. Oh, with good old Banjo here, we're ready for the DLC. Did I say we were ready for the DLC? Oh, no, I meant we were ready to catch another shiny. So I went for my first stop outside of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and went back in time, in Legends Arceus, as I wanted an authentic Hisuian experience. Oh, would you look at that? Already finished. A little emo, but a Pokemon nonetheless. Where are you? I'm so shiny. Just to be safe, let's just get one more shiny Pokepal, alright? Well, you see, the main theme for the Indigo Disc is centered around Area 0. It would be absolutely ridiculous for me not to bring a Pokemon that knows that area better than anyone. Better than 0. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That was real bad. That was some peak cringe right there. Okay, guys, I am back. I served my time for that terrible joke. What did I miss? Oh, what? A shiny Pokemon? Really? I encountered a shiny Pokemon? And it killed itself. You mean you gotta be kidding me? You know how long these encounters take? Seriously, I wasn't here. You want to refresh my memory real quick? 4 hours. 4 hours and it kills itself? Lucky bastard. So all it took for the pyramid to do it, huh? No, I still do get jealous like Nick. What's another 4 hours, am I right? Did I say 4? I meant 14. And guess what I got? It was the same one. The same Pokemon. Think I wanted this? I already got one. Can't use that. That's old news. So I catch second tower over here, who luckily didn't explode. Yet. And we can head on over to the lands of the DLC. Just 38 minutes into this video. I think I'm ready to take a crack at some of that new DLC. Come on, coach, put me in. I got a good team. You know, got Minecraft Pyramid, Emo Fox McCloud, a bear, maybe. Now that was debatable, okay? It was not that important. And I'm ready for whatever life throws at me. What the fuck? Double battles? I didn't sign up for this. I was only ready for the one-on-one. But not all is lost when it comes to having the almighty golden Candy Apple Dragon feared by no one. He's just a worm and candy apple at the end of the day. Does he look like a dragon to you? And I suppose you're gonna tell me this one is too, huh? Come on, that's the Golden State Bridge. That ain't no dragon. I caught this shiny specimen when it was just a mere small boy. If by small boy I mean Granny Smith Apple, then yeah, it was just a small boy. I used it for the entirety of the last DLC as it was, one of those 7 new Pokemon. It only evolves yet again in this DLC. Okay, clearly we're gonna need a better team. Welcome to the terrarium. I guess we're in the Unova region, but are you? Are you really? If you're just on a floating school inside a dome, does it matter? What are we in Rikers? I already served my time for the cringe. What are we doing in a prison? We can finally actually explore the open world DLC. And of course, one of the first Pokemon I see is a Flygon. And I want it. I want it shiny. So let's get hunting. I mean, I even got a Trapinch outbreak right there on the map. It's basically meant to be. Meant to be extremely fucking boring as I keep running around in circles for what feels like hours. Well, in reality, it was 8 minutes. This is gonna be a while, or at least it's gonna feel like a while, because in reality, this actually wasn't that bad. I mean, it was less than an hour after all, cutting it pretty close. But yes, still under an hour. This 1 hour felt like 30. Just look at this little blue guy, just being a blue guy. Abadoo, abadai. Is it still shiny? Did I just get scammed? Oh, never mind. Yep, it is still shiny. I mean, it's not nearly as blue, but it's at least different. I can notice it this time with my eyes. We'll run into Carmen after exploring a little bit for a quick double battle. We totally controlled the outcome of the entirety of the battle, so there's no need to show that. We find out that Kieran, her little brother, is the Blueberry Academy's league champion, like the champion of the Elite Four, just like us, from another region. And by the looks of it, not so much of a good guy anymore. You already know this villain. I gotta go crazy. I mean, what happened? Did someone kill his parents? Oh, yeah. I forgot. We're responsible, because we caught his favorite Pokemon. We're then indoctrinated into the League Club, also just known as a school club that allows you to participate in battling your way to becoming a champion, which I guess is very hard sell for our other main characters here, despite being a champion of our own rights, and even stopping world domination in a sense. But no, I'll barely join the cool kids club. It's fine. Not like I don't drive around on a one of two prehistoric dinosaur bike. Oh, sorry, I'm not cool enough for you guys. You guys must be the coolest fucking dudes ever. Oh, I can join, but I have to spend my hard-earned league points on sponsoring Mitch's baseball career. But I can't give it a crack at being the best like no one ever was. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like spending points on someone I don't even know if I can't even participate in the league. After convincing the BTS boy band, the Elite Four, that we can finally join and have a chance to compete, all we have to do is beat their trials before we can battle each one of them to make our way to Kieran. Or so I thought. The trials in themselves are literally a joke. First you play Spot the Difference, or more accurately placed, click the part of the Pokemon that fits the description. That's it. That's all. This is very trial somehow. Next you gotta, stick with me. This one's a very hard sell. Make the spiciest sandwich ever.
Spiciest sandwich What?
I can't make this up. That's the trial. May as well learn how to wheel and deal for those sandwich ingredients. Or no Elite Four battles for you. I mean, I have no idea how that qualifies me as strong. But do they even care here? I don't know. As long as they pay for their baseball pitchers. At least one trial, all you gotta do is battle. Now that's more like it. Oh, with only Pokemon caught in the terrarium. What do you mean? I only got one of those. A flag on a wall, that's it. I guess we got some hunting to do. First off, fairy type on its own f***s my day up. Like seriously, after one battle with the fairy girl, day ruined. I was in elderly care, hooked up to machines. Terrible, my team was not built for that. So I think it would be a wise investment to not only get one Pokemon that's super effective to fairies, but two. And to that, I have the answers. First, a shiny Tentacruel, sporting its shiny green orbs. Orbs of poison, I presume. This one only took, 3 hours? Come on, what's that? I mean, that's only time. Come on, am I right? I'll get that back. We don't? And to match the green fairy fighting machine, we have Scizor, a Pokemon. I mean, a Pokemon that I am familiar with. I have not only gotten it in Sun and Moon, also Sword and Shield and Pokemon Go. And now, I have already caught it as a fully evolved Scizor. No trading required. Although normally I would name these bad boys Scissorman. After the oh so godlike video from this small creator called R9 Beats on the Clock Tower series, I had an actual original thought for once. This guy right here, his name is gonna be Scizor. Man, yeah, just loves salads and $5 carry-out pizzas. Also, the shortest hunt yet of 44 minutes. And with that plan in place, we head over to the Fairy Elite Four to the same results. So fuck it, Dragon Trial it is. Now that we have enough Terra-only Pokemon, we can take out the trial battles here. It still took me a few attempts. This is where our first shiny MVP celebrity Pokemon, so to speak, started lending their hand to us. With the first member being a shiny Greninja, Itachi, that I hatched before the last DLC, after many of hours. The protein ability with Ice Beam really just melts his Dragon Team. Would you believe it? It's crazy, am I right? Who would have thought? Who would have thought that? This is clearly some sort of confusion here because not only does he have a Sceptile, which indeed is not a dragon, but he also has a Golden State Bridge. Well, funny enough, if he would have kept his original typing, would have actually posed a threat to our team. I was genuinely surprised that, even with Itachi, this fight was not nearly as easy as I thought it would be. But we know the real reason we're battling this Dragon Master with the bridge, and that's for the Dragon Cheer TM. Oh yeah! We have a few more years for the economic crisis. Sign me up! Sign me and the rest of the Blueberry Academy up for some Dragon Cheer. Why? Well, it's Dragon Cheer, of course. And it's also a move that Diplin has to learn to evolve. Welcome, Hydrapple. You thought that time they made an apple that tasted like a grape was the future. This is the future. Did I mention that the next trial is f***ing Spyro the Dragon? No, seriously, good old Dragon Bike here can fly now. Like for real. No joke. Not just fall in its style like Buzz Lightyear does. I'm talking full range mode. Barrel rolls and Superman 64, anyone? More like Pokemon 60 boring ass circles you gotta fly through. With poopy controls. Look out, Spyro. There's a new dragon in town. And he's also a bike. So I don't know if you can do that. He can learn how to fly. I don't know if you can learn how to become a bike. That might be some, structural integrity. You would need like surgeries. So this guy's better overall, I guess. Since this is the Steel Elite Four member, thought it would only make sense to bring one of the Pokemon that single-handedly helped me defeat God. Oh, no, don't worry about that. That was hundreds of years ago. And it turned out it was just a copy of God after all. But nonetheless, this puppy did beat God. So, no one can take that from him. My very own shiny Hisuian Arcanine Beats. Honestly, without him, no idea how I would have pulled this off. Fighting Pokemon Jesus was even easier than this. She really pulled out all the stops. Also, did I just totally fucking forget that I caught a shiny? Well, sorry guys, I must have forgotten I caught a crab with boxing gloves. I turned into the abominable snowman of holiday spirit. I turned into the biggest piece of shit. If it wasn't for our new Apple friend in Arcanine who put on a grand old chandelier as a head, never would I have pulled off this impossible task. Also, if any of you guys are still mad at poor Arcanine Beats for defeating Pokemon Jesus, I'll let you know he rose again, alright? If he wanted to, he could have won that fight. He was just holding back. Oh, and because what the humans did to him wasn't much more f***ed up. Like, he got fucked up. This only leaves the Fire Elite Four member, and after making him Guy Fieri's spicy meatballs, it's time for the real deal battle right here. Fire types? That's easy. That's like the first battle stuff, right? Come on, how hard can that be? For this battle, my one and only MVP Pokemon was my shiny Cephadrome, or Garchomp as the regular man may call it. A very shiny specimen. This one makes its way all the way from Pokemon Scarlet, post-game. Yeah, but Flygon, Tentacruel, and Cephadrome can easily carry us to the victory. Well, for the most part. Meanwhile, out of all the Pokemon, Banjo, out of everyone, happens to be our win condition by not only spiky shielding to ensure we don't die, but to also ensure Hydrapple isn't the target on the field, as it always goes for the Pokemon that is easiest to knock out, giving us the win. Are these battles really this hard? Or am I just that bad? Guess we'll never know. How dare she deny me from being the best like no one ever was? This time I brought my secret weapon, Thomas. One of my very first shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is actually a Paldean champion, thank you very much, and level 100. Not one, but 2 types strong against the fairy types. I'm not messing around. And on top of that, the Thomas lore, he actually got me my shiny Hydrapple. Yeah, this thing ain't no joke. He's seriously been there for me more than I've ever noticed. Wait, Thomas is my hero. It's Thomas. Wait, is Thomas my dad? Well, okay, I don't know about all that, but he does have that dad strength, you know, because everything he touches dies. Well, until this thing decided to show up, and Mega Man over here really thinking he's slick. No matter how useless you ever feel, just remember, there's a Caesar man out there in the world, not doing his part. In fact, might as well not even doing anything at all, really. That's Caesarman right there. That makes me feel better about my life, seeing Caesarman do that. Thank God he only took 44 minutes. Thomas saves the day with his funny axe hatch, and finally can end this fairy battle for good, leaving only the champion. And for this battle against the most emo of emo boys, we could just walk in there with any team. We needed champions. It's time for the team that not only transcends time, but also is a piece of YouTube history, of course. We have Arcanine Beats from the Battle of Bethlehem, Big Apple, who's battled ogres, like Shrek, Flygon, a new champion in the making, raised in the dome, ready to break free, just like Troy Bolton. But we need real champions, like Empoleon, a champion of the Sinnoh region from our very first playthrough of Brilliant Diamond, over 2 years ago. And the mightiest of champions, Charizard, from Pokemon Let's Go, hailing from one of the most prolific shiny Pokemon runs of all time. I mean, of course, I share no biases. I only speak facts. And, you know, that there is numbers. You know, numbers are a good fact. Like, you can't argue with numbers. I've tried it. Can't really argue with them. Also, this Charizard is a double champ, as he's also becoming a champion of the Sinnoh region in our BDSP Ash video. Multi-champ team right here. And we can't forget about the most famous reindeer of all, Clock Tower 2. The shiny Flutterman, named after the most famous of YouTube videos ever made. That one is a complete bias, yeah, no facts at all. And they're all ready to do it again against Kieran, because everyone wants me to beat him for some reason. He must be a real piece of shit. I guess I'll give this battle a proper commentary since this is an actual battle of stature. But Kieran opens up with Politoed and Dragonite, and immediately brings out the rain. Luckily, we start with Fire Dragonite, that is black, and Scarf-looking Ghost, that is green. And this isn't a good start, but it's not bad. It's a start, okay? I'm immediately surprised at just how sturdy his Dragonite is, taking not only a super effective Dazzling Gleam, but also a super effective Dragon Claw. Like literally, like it's nothing. Are you kidding me here? Charizard's already dead. Multi-champ doesn't save you from being killed. I already gotta make a comeback? That's how it's gonna be? You know, I was today years old when I found out the original Final Fantasy, you know, sort of the great-grandfather of all RPGs, like Pokemon here, didn't have auto-targeting. Meaning if Politoed also aimed for dead Charizard, which I'm pretty sure it did, it wouldn't hit anyone, because it's already knocked out. There you go. Sinnoh champion Empoleon is up next to watch Clock Tower 2 take down Dragonite next turn, and somehow even misses its Metal Claw. Champs from the other games really pulling their weight here. What's a little bit more damage to Clock Tower 2, am I right? You know, it's just the best Pokemon of our team. No big deal. Oh, no big deal. It's just a damage thing. At least next turn, Clock Tower is able to pick up the KO on Politoed, and half of Porygon Z's HP in a single dazzling gleam. Where Empoleon just got, thunderbolted and barely survived and still can't quite pick up the KO. Meaning next turn, Clock Tower yet again takes out Porygon Z and half of Incineroar's HP as well. Really putting the team on its back. And would you believe it, Empoleon misses his Hydro Pump. I just can't catch a break. I just can't. Gotta beat this whole team with the Fluttermans and the Clock Tower 2s. And before Empoleon can contribute anything, it's Sucker Punch next turn. Not too sure why they Sucker Punch Empoleon. That means Clock Tower lives another day for some reason. As Incineroar goes for a fighting move. A what? I bring out Arcanine Beats from the past and pick up our 4th KO with Clock Tower 2 with yet another Dazzling Gleam. Didn't realize I should just put choice specs on this thing. Would have been better off by the looks of it so far. Arcanine Beats, unlike the other previous Pokemon, also actually contribute a KO. Can't be the only one here who thinks Kieran's new hairstyle kind of just makes him look like a shiny chessman. Can I be? No, not just me. And his final Pokemon is a Hydraffle? Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you here, buddy, but Fairy really solos your whole team. You gotta fix that, champ. You're supposed to be a champion. I give Arcanine Beats his big old silly hat, Chandelier, and then Kieran gives us his final boss speech about how we killed the old Anakin Skywalker inside him, and now he's Darth Vader now. Or whatever, who cares? I didn't read it. He doesn't have a voice actor. I don't know what he said. Wait, fighting? One of the only other types? Still weak to Fairy? And you almost die in one shot? Like that type of fighting? Or I just must be missing something here, because I must be wrong or something, because that can't be it, right? This is your GOAT? This is your champion? Well, Arcanine Beats delivers the Hydrapple right to the last Pokemon he battled in the Hisuian region with Prime shipping. You almost feel a little sorry for Kieran here, because unlike the epic battle with Pneumonia, where the events of this battle is so incredible and high energy that everyone comes out a winner, the crowd just leaves him high and dry immediately after the battle ends. Because that's what you get for being a piece of shit. Drayton ain't messing around. He can't wait for his chance to step up and call Kieran the ex-champ. And also, we get a Master Ball for our efforts. Make that number 3 for this game so far for some reason. And become the champion of just about, the entire Poke world. And what prize does such a champion get? Well, just another adventure into a dangerous area any other responsible adult would never go to, I guess. Are we finally heading over to Area 0? You know, the one the entire DLC's named after? I mean, who's gonna stop me? This turtle? This legendary turtle? You telling me we came all the way here to the deepest dungeons, battled our way through Pokemon that charged by every goddamn crystal power ever imagined for this turtle that came out of a Zelda rupee? My favorite part is when Kieran rips the jewel off the wall, and then the legendary spawned as this, and then the first thing he sees is us. So he starts to walk to us, but the legendaries do to all the main characters in all the games for some reason. But because we're special and stuff, but Kieran's all no, not this time. And he catches it with the Master Ball at the end. Yeah, that's my favorite part. I love that part. That's my favorite part. Except, it's not the end, of course. During Kieran's triumphant rematch to win back his pride, it's so strong, it snaps his own Master Ball in half like a pretzel stick. I think the real dead giveaway is the entire Pokemon is a hat. For a disc. It's just all a hat for a disc, I guess. And this final battle is on some of the most bullshit of that I've ever This gives Legend Arceus Giratina a run for its money. Mostly because it's a battle after a battle after a battle. It has Terra Battle shields. If you've ever done a raid before, you know just how painful these things are. On top of that, when you do beat one, it sucks away all your terrestrial powers and you gotta charge it all up again and again and again. Which at least leads to this very cool moment of our double Hydrapples versus the hat of all types. The world's first ever Pokemon that wore so many hats, it became one. This battle dragged on for an eternity until finally Clock Tower 2, the best Pokemon and video ever, defeated the Terrapagos. This makes me think, if we ever find out the Terrapagos is just a giant hat for another godlike legendary, I'm done. I'm gone. I'm not long for this world after that. I won't be here. I'm gonna go find the Pokemon Brooklyn Bridge and give it a big jump. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It's just that one friend you love, no matter how many mistakes they make. Mostly unknowingly, or sometimes fully on purpose. Because you can tell they always have good intentions. And that's Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for you. Far from perfect, but oh nah, that's just Tommy. He's just being him. And we love Pokemon Scarlet for that. That's it. That's the end of the DLC, and probably the last new, shiny-only Pokemon video for a while, as I catch up with the last remaining Pokemon games to finally wrap up the series once and for all. If you guys would enjoy seeing that, make sure to like and subscribe. And if not, I've been R9, and I hope you at least had yourselves a damn good time.